So it looks like the Clippers and the Miami Heat have something going on right now. There's a possible trade proposal that's in the works, and it's involving Norman Powell for the Clippers. And when you think about Norman Powell, of course, we've talked about him many a times. We know that he's a champion with the Toronto Raptors when he played in 2019 with Kawhi Leonard, who led the team, and he was a part of the team. And he was a big part of the team because he knocked down a lot of big shots, made a lot of big plays and big moments. And he was a key contributor along with others on that team because they found their success by winning the championship over the Golden State Warriors, who were injured, but at the same time, injuries don't matter because they had a super team, and they still had the Splash Brothers, which most people don't give them credit for. Clay got hurt, but when he got hurt, they were down like 3-1 in the series, so it really didn't matter. And I think the Raptors would have closed it out either way. But my point is, regardless of how you look at that, now the thing at hand is that the Clippers are in talks with the Miami Heat about a possible trade proposal for Norman Powell for Duncan Robinson. And Duncan Robinson, to me, I like, even though I like him as a player, I like what he brings. I like, the fact that he can stretch the floor. I feel like, he's gotten a little bit more comfortable with the Miami Heat. At first, he was a good shooter, but, now he just looks a little bit more comfortable with the team and the role that they gave him last year going into, the playoffs and everything when they made that run and with Jimmy Butler and everything. Mainly more so, I think, because Tyler Hero was out, he had more of a role that he felt like he can fit in and be more free to shoot and not, think twice before he shoots. But he is a good shooter. He is a good shooter percentage-wise. And like I said, he's lengthy. He can, he can bother some people. I don't think he moves his feet very well on defense. But at the same time, his offense, what he can provide offensively or knocking down threes, stretching the floor, is definitely a help with the Clippers in regards to having another shooter who can stretch the floor and who could be a deadly weapon. But my point is this: there's really no need to go find another deadly weapon because, to me, Norman Powell is the deadly weapon that you need. You have him coming off the bench almost like a Jason Terry back in the day or a Manu Ginobili back in the day, a six-man coming off the bench who can drop 20 to 25 points every game if he chooses to, if he's given the opportunity or the green light to do so. So, there again, this is a situation where I think the Clippers, you don't entertain this because, first of all, if this trade happens as you saw on the screen that I put up there, it's going to require you giving up future picks that you don't have. And, that's the thing with the Clippers. They really don't have no other assets besides just straight up, trade for trade. They don't have no other value assets that other teams would want. Other teams, they try to, get the leverage in these situations by asking for future picks from other teams when they make trades, unless it's a three-way trade deal. They try to do that because they want to ensure that they can get a good player from you as the organization they're trading for or from, or to, and they want a futuristic type player who they think they could probably put them over the top if the player they traded for gets injured within that time or up until about the time that, the NBA draft starts. They want to have, future aspirations or future prospects as well. So, I understand the process. I get it. I see it. I understand it for what it is. But at the same time, the Clippers got to understand the process for what it is. I said before, stick to the same team you have, stick with what you got. Keep your guys in rotation with you have, and I really wouldn't trade anybody. I would just run it back one more time with the same exact team and go at it like that, because there again, this is another situation for the Clippers. You didn't see your team play to its full capacity. I truly think, now that Russell Westbrook has committed to this team and Russell Westbrook has, took that much less money to come back to this team, which is a very, very good thing. I personally believe that since he done that, I think that he's really logged in and all in with this team. And I think his motivation is higher, for this team and with this team because he wants to win. He likes the culture. He likes what he sees. He likes that, he can gel at least, good enough with Kawhi and PG. And on top of that, he likes just the all around nature of the team, and the nature of the team is good, and the environment's good. And Ty Lue really thinks highly of, Russ in regards to that he can help lead this team to a championship or be a part of that. So that's going to be, pretty huge, when you look at it from, that standpoint and, from that perspective. But either way, I definitely think that, it's time this is the time of the season now where there's no need talking about trade proposals or anything like that. It's the time of the season now, getting geared up for what you have, who's on your roster, who's there, how we plan on putting things together, not trying to look at entertain other teams. And I hope this is just something that's just reported out there, because I hope the Clippers aren't still trying to entertain other teams, because when they're doing that, other teams really have the leverage over the Clippers. And when your other teams have the leverage over you and you're trying to negotiate trades, you're the lowest man on the totem pole, sort of say. And so you got to kind of take what's given to you. And I don't think the Clippers should be subject to take what's given to them. I think Duncan Robinson's good, but I don't think he's comparable to Norman Powell. He's never won a championship. Okay, he hasn't been in the league that long, but with his gameplay, I'm not sure he can actually help a team win a championship unless they got all the right pieces in all the right places in other areas. Now, to me, the Clippers do, but if you take away Norman Powell, then they won't have all the right pieces, to me, because they won't have that guy off the bench that can come in and make up for the nights that Kawhi and or PG or Russell Westbrook might not show up. They might, have an off night or something. See, Norman Powell can come in and offset that, because he can have a 25, 30-point night himself, and he can help this team play to another level and put them over the top, simply because he can have one of those nights. I've seen him have one game I looked at, he had about 38, close to 40 points. So, he can definitely go out there and drop huge numbers at any given time. And somebody like Duncan Robinson, while he is a good stretch the floor type guy, he definitely doesn't stretch the floor and play to that level of, competitiveness in regards to scoring and giving you like a combo guard-ish with, Norman Powell. He definitely doesn't give you that. So the fact he doesn't give you that, to me, that's a write-off. That's a no-go to me, I should say. So if I were the Clippers, stick with what you got and keep Norman Powell and see how much he'll be a valuable asset to you in the future. But hey, leave any comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think, and we talk about it.